even about their daily routine at home, their weekend, and so on. They like to talk about these topics because they are doing these things all the time. Computer games, for example, is one thing that they are addicted to. So I don't know anything about computer games, but I try to ask them about it, and they try to explain me how does it work. And when they are talking about that, they are improving their speaking and vocabulary. And this technique I do with young learners are do with adults as well. And it works very nice, very well. The results are great here. I don't know in your country, but Brazilian people like talk about funny things that happen to them during the week. And even some boring thing or happiness they had. They talk about everything during the class. And when I feel that they are losing their interest about the topic, about grammar or something that I am trying to explain, I use this technique to keep them with attention and using the same grammar and the same topic. I try to persuade them to talk and learn. Okay. Another activity that I also like doing here is to make a kind of theatre. For example, I'm talking about the situation we are looking or studying in the book a situation in a restaurant. Then I try to do a kind of theatre that the students can be a waiter, and another one is the owner of the restaurant, and they change roles, and they try to do this situation. And they can act with each other like they were in this place: taxi, hotel, restaurants, parks, and it's very funny. Okay, they like it very much. It's a thing that it's very good. I notice that they like and then learn a lot. Another activity that I usually do is, for example, I take a song that they like a lot, and with the same grammar that we are studying, and I print the song, and then I cut it in pieces of paper. Then I play the song, and they have to listen to it and put the pieces of paper with the lyrics in the right order that they hear. Okay? It's a nice exercise for them to improve their listening ability, and they learn how to write the words correctly as well. When they finish putting the lyrics on the right way, I explain the meaning of the words that they don't know, and then they sing the song. They sing all together the song, and they practice the pronunciation. It's a very good exercise that they like a lot also. Not always filling the gaps with the words that they don't, that they are listening, but trying to put in order all the song. It's a good exercise because they train the listening. Other thing that I do, I create. There is a noise. Okay, it's that. I created on WhatsApp a group of my students, and then I do this exercise. For example, I start writing a little story about something. Let me give you an example. Once I started a story like that. One day I was going to work when a black cat crossed in front of my car. And then I put the 3 points, and the other student had to continue telling the story. And the other student wrote one more phrase and then put the points, and the other would still continue the story also. It was very good and very funny. A lot of things that they liked to talk about. At the end of the story, they killed the black cat. And it was nice. And another activity that I did once that it was very nice was I started singing a piece of a song with my beautiful voice. Because I sing very well.
But we enjoy in the class.
Yes, my great voice, because I need to start all the activities. If I don't start, they don't do anything. So I started sing a song, and each student had to continue to sing the song, but it's on WhatsApp, on our group. So the song was recorded. And we laughed a lot because nobody's a singer. So it was very funny. And they had to see the lyrics of the song, to learn to sing, and to sing it with the pronunciation right. Okay, it's another activity that I do and I like to. So, and I do this with young learners and adults also.
Also, okay.
Because adults, they don't want boring classes all the time. They want something that is funny.
Interesting. Yes.
And this is a little what I do with my students in my class, some of the things that I do. Because in my opinion, student motivation and performance are dependent on the interest generated by the activity.
Yes.
If the activity is too difficult, students are discouraged before they start it. And if it's too easy, they are quickly bored.
Yes.
There has to be a combination of challenge and success. The activity must be hard enough to demand an effort, but easy enough for it to be clear that they can achieve the success.
Yes, it's
So,
very interesting. Very
yes,
interesting because many times students don't like to read book or write the things and silent in the class, only teacher is speaking. Sometimes they feel boring and they start creating problem. But your way is very interesting and I hope they learn more than other classes.
yes, yes. I developed some techniques by myself because
Very nice.
with my experience with them during the class, I noticed that they become very boring so
Yes,
easily. Then you have to do different things to keep they paying attention in what you are saying.
yes.
So that's
Thank you so much.
my little experience that I have to say to you.
Very nice, and very interesting. We learn a lot. Thank you very much. Any other participant want to? Would you like to share your experience in your class? How you handle your class, or you solve the problems of your students, and how you take different type of activities during your class? How you perform? Any other person who wants? I think Zishan, are you teacher also? Hello,
No,
Zishan. You are not a teacher.
Can I
Renaya,
speak, ma'am?
Renaya. Renaya is also here, ma'am. Sir, please,
yes,
we
Renaya
want
from
to
Zimbabwe is with
unmute
us.
her. Renaya. Yes, she is here.
Madam
But
Hina
I
Azad is
think,
here.
sir,
Can I speak, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
yes, why not? Sure.
Okay, I was waiting for that.
First of all,
Actually,
Yes.
introduce yourself
yes, my name is Farzana Nayani, Farzana
Yes.
Nayani, and I work as an academic head in
MashaAllah.
Metropolis Education System, and I deal with almost, I think, more than 100 teachers, right?
MashaAllah.
So I have to look after, like, from class 1 till class 8, I'm responsible to take care of all the academic matters.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, it's really necessary that our class should be alive. It should not be dead because we are teaching to live persons and
Yes.
every student has different minds. So, individual differences are there. The teachers should have not only they have to enter into the classroom with not only one plan, but they should have plan B with them. Like Carmen,
Yes.
she said, when
Yes.
students feel bored and they feel boring in the classroom, so teachers should have plan B with them to teach them in other way.
Yes.
If you work as an English teacher, so there are different strategies to teach English. If they don't want to learn reading or writing, so you can ask them to produce some new vocabularies. You can ask your students to identify the vocabularies around them, or might be you can ask them to write like incomplete stories. You can throw them different questions. You can ask them different answers. The answers should be varied because they all have different opinions with them. So we have to launch such kind of activities. Yes, I agree with Carmen. It's very good idea to give them an incomplete story, or we can, start with an opening sentence and we can ask our students to complete the story with their own experiences.
Ma'am, ma'am, would you like to share your experience in your class? How you handle your class if some student create problem or not taking interest in the class? What would you do?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Because in our country scenario is totally different.
Yes.
And ma'am Farzana, we have a course outline that we have to complete within, certain time period. So it's really difficult to get that goal within a time. So sometimes we face difficulty in our classrooms, especially with slow learners. I really don't want to use this term, but sometimes I really find like few students in our class, those who are not good at writing, who cannot copy something from the board, or they cannot, understand the instructions of
Don't
the
like
teacher.
writing. Hmm.
Yes. And they don't want to write actually. When we talk
Yes.
about young learners, so sometimes student used to say, okay, ma'am, I'm getting tired. I really don't want to write.
Yes.
So in this scenario, what would you do? Then we ask them, okay, we should not pressurize our students, and we can, say them, okay, let's take a break. And what I do sometimes with young learners, because I'm not in teaching right now, but
Okay.
I taught since long time, right? So
Okay.
I ask my students to warm up their bodies physically. When our students are not physically fit, you cannot ask them to, produce something from their brains. So it's really necessary to make them fit, physically fit. So what I do when students feel lazy, they feel bored, so I enter into the classroom and I ask them to stand up, and then we do some interesting games. Like I ask them, and along with them I do the same thing. I ask them to, hop, or we just do, okay, put your finger on your nose. And what I do, I put my finger on my chin, and then I
Yes,
ask
yeah.
them to put their finger on their nose. But you know what they do? They follow my posture.
Yes. Yes.
They put their fingers on their chin because I did that thing.
Yes.
So in this manner, I try to make them, get up and ready for learning. So they really find it interesting. So sometimes we do such kind of activities to make them warm, so make them
Yes.
fit, and we
Yes.
start hopping
Active.
and sometimes
Hmm.
jumping and do such kind of funny things. Okay, beta, okay, now put your fingers on your nose, and now, okay, scratch your hair, scratch your head, okay, rub your ear. So such kind of things really make our classroom alive, and they start
Yes.
learning because they get warm. So
It's
with slow
necessary.
learner, I think, yes, and it is very common, ma'am, we face a few students who are slow at writing. So what I
Yes.
do in my classroom, I ask their peers, their classmates to help them out,
It's very
because
good
that
practice.
would be the good idea, because cooperative learning is very much necessary. um, I think in this current situation, in this era, it's really necessary to cooperate with each other. In
Yes.
this manner we can, sometimes the students say, okay, my mom is saying, don't help your classmate because your work is left. Then so
Yes.
I ask them, no, beta, we need to, cooperate with each other. So I ask their peers to help them out in writing, and they can learn from their classmates. Sometimes the students don't learn from their teachers, but they learn from their
Yes.
peers.
They fear.
So
Yes.
I think a cooperative learning should be there in the classrooms, and teacher must follow this strategy to help out the weaker students or slow learners.
Group
So
working is very effective for this. When
yes,
you
ma'am,
make groups
exactly.
in the classrooms and start activity, then one head is responsible for his or her group. Then they do all the work, and no one
Yes,
behind.
exactly.
Thank
But
you,
teacher
Farzana.
has to be very much active.
Thank you, Farzana Nayani, for sharing with us your experiences. I would like to
Thank you so
welcome
much.
Professor Mohammad Waseem. He joined
Yes.
us recently. How are you, sir?
Thank
Welcome,
you,
sir.
Malik sir. I'm fine.
Welcome, sir.
I'm fine. I'm enjoying the lecture.
I think some new friends also joined us. So, would you like to introduce yourself, please? Who joined recently? Joined us.
Okay.
I'm SUKRIA Qasim Khan from Islamabad.
Welcome,
Okay.
Shukriya Kasam Khan from Beacon House Group in the session. How are you,
Yes.
ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. I've just actually I just read ZEESHAN Abidin post, and then I came to know that session is going on, so then I intervene into the session.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
ma'am.
for that. Our today's session, Farzana Naeem, would you like to repeat and say about our session? Explain about our session, what the session is about, so the new participants will able to know about.
So, yes, I told before because and you read about the topic of success classroom stories. Actually, we want to share our classroom success stories to helpful for others, because sometimes when we attend different type of sessions and training, then we think it is about an ideal classroom. But when we enter in our classroom, there is not an ideal classroom. There are so many students, they enter in the class with different moods, but we are bound to complete our lesson and be look after them and according to their mood, and how we will handle these students during our lecture. This is very interesting if you take interest with the psychology of the student. Therefore we arrange this section. We will share our experience about our students, how we are helpful for them, and how we change the environment of the class when a student feel boring in the class, and the lesson is, you are thinking a lesson, they are not interested lesson in the class, then how you will motivate the students to take interest in the classroom. Therefore we invite the different teacher, how they deal their classrooms in the during the session, how they feel. These strategies which they learn in the sessions, it's useful, or according to our environment, our culture, how we change these things according to the environment of the classrooms.
Thank you
Okay,
very
thank
much,
you.
Farzana Naeem, for sharing your basic theme about the program. And this program will be, Alhamdulillah, on weekly basis. Every week we will conduct this, and inshallah, all the members across the globe will join us. Like we have CARMEN from Brazil now, and we have RENAYA from Zimbabwe. And inshallah, because today is just an introductory session, we are taking, you can say this is idea taking session. Okay, so in this program, inshallah, we all the stakeholders, we will take you on board, inshallah, and we will share our ideas before the session. Okay, how we can improve this session more. Okay, so, and you can invite your colleagues, your friends and family across the world. Okay, so in this way, we will share our ideas, and inshallah YouTube channel will be created, so all the documented experiences will be uploaded on our YouTube channel also. Secondly, we already initiated one newsletter and ebook. Okay, so the inspiring stories will be also published in our ebook also. Okay, and then we will create one editorial board. They will select and select the story, which one is very perfect, then we will put it in our upcoming session. So I would like to invite CARMEN once again. I have one question from her, that how you motivate the slow learners, as our member from Karachi said that in each class you will face the slow learners. So in Brazil, we want to know about what, as a teacher, as an English teacher, okay, what strategies you followed to motivate the slow learners. Yes, CARMEN.
No, I didn't understand.
He is saying, if you have different categories students in the classroom, sometimes some students are very active to learn each and everything. Sometimes some students, they are slow to learning or understanding. Then which strategies you take for those students who are not willing or who are slow to achieve or to gain the knowledge?
If I can make you understand, actually they want to ask you about the differentiated task, the differentiated strategies for the slow learners,
Yes.
especially at English class or English learning. Differentiated task.
Okay, I don't know if I understood well, because there is a little noise in the
Actually,
translation.
The question,
actually,
Thank,
actually,
actually, the question
our culture is
is,
entirely different. I think in which way we are
no,
taking the
no,
class.
Miss,
We have the slow learners because they are not follow the syllabus.
Miss,
She is only teaching the English language. Therefore, she can maybe she is not focusing on writing or reading, and she is focusing on the activity based learning. But in our classes, we have different subjects, and sometimes students are not willing some specific subject. They are not taking interest. Then we think they are slow. They are not slow. They are picking, but they are not interested to write or to complete the work on in the time. Therefore we are thinking which strategy we should apply on these students. I don't think so any student is slow learner, because sometimes he or she is not understanding the way of the teacher. Because if you will teach only one way, then every student will not follow you. Then you should think about 2 and 3 strategies how they will follow you. I can say one thing, story writing or essay writing is very difficult to write for the students. What I do, I go to the classroom and say put all the things on the table, be relaxed and close your eyes, and see what I want to tell you. Then I tell all the story, and they with closed eyes they see all the scenes. I create all the scenes of the people what they are doing. After that, when I finish the story, they are able to write on their words, and no one is saying me ki I can't understand, because it is in their mind all the pictures. And it is only a creation of me, because all the time I tell them the story like this, and they are able to write these things.
okay, Shukriya Qasim Khan, would you like to share some
Yes.
experiences with us?
Yes, actually, we call them differentiated tasks. Yes, we do have individual plans. That is means that is meeting individual needs. We do have slow learners because every child is born with different developmental milestones. We cannot deny the fact that every individual has different abilities. We have mixed ability groups in the class, and then in order to cater their needs, our lesson plan is designed in a way that we have activities which is meeting the need of the general class, and also then we have differentiated activities in order to meet the need of those children as well. I agree with Ma'am Farzana that sometimes, yes, it is with the problem, it is the problem of the communication skill of the teacher, but we cannot deny that every child is born with different abilities. So we should have means that is meeting individual needs, and for this there should be differentiated task in order to cater the need of that individual children need. It is not possible that every child has the same ability. It cannot be practically possible because every child has different developmental milestones and different abilities of grasping, of achieving, different abilities, different intellectual skills. So we have to look for that as well. For this, we need interactive class sessions. Some are good at imagery, some are good at visual, some are good at hearing, some are good at exposition. So we have to look for the ability of the child, at which skill the child is sharp, and then accordingly we deal with that child. So we have to look for that. Yes, we have to look for that.
Ma'am, can you share any experience in your class, and then how you handle that case?
Yes, as being psychologist, and I was always given a special class in my school. The class having a complex class, having mixed ability class, the children. I always got children with ADHD children, intellectually deficit children, some children with conduct disorders, and I used to try to meet their needs. I was having a child with childhood depression, childhood anxiety, what I used to do, I used to take care of his needs. Like if he wants to have lunch first before completing his task, I was supposed to give lunch time to everyone. Okay, let's enjoy lunch time first. Let's have a song first. Let's teach. Okay, Salman, come on. Can you teach this to your class? Come on. You're the teacher now. Can you plan this activity for the class? You're very good at reading, Salman. Come here. Can you read this story to the class? Can you make a story? You take these pictures. Can you arrange this picture in a way to make a story? I have a lot of stories which I can say in my 14 years experience, and I got a lot many appreciation awards for this. In my once in my experience of class 8, when children, those who were not interested in science activities, and it was, just at the verge of exam, when the children were feeling bored for revising, as Beacon House, that up to class 5 there is no exam system, but when they reach class 6 7, then they are bombarded with the examination system. Then they are very much afraid of exam. They are terrified with exam. So how they are going to revise for the exam? I used to ask the children to get segregated in groups, and then each group I used to give a topic, like chapter number 1. This group is going to plan a lesson, just like a teacher is going to teachers used to plan a lesson. Okay, this group is going to plan a lesson for this chapter. Now you are going to teach this lesson to your class. You are going to arrange quizzes for the class. You are going to arrange tests for the class. And the way they revised the chapter, it was amazing. And I cannot forget that I got award for this. That it was amazing that at the end of the day, they were ready for the exam in a superb way and in a more innovative way. So there are so many things. I cannot say all my experiences in one day. Yes, I will share. Of course, I will share. Every time I will share my new experience. But this is what I was saying, that we have multiple and mixed ability children, and this we cannot claim that all children are same. Even at our own home, if we have 4 children, every child is with different ability. Every child is with different ability. Yes.
Every child has skills to live life. Allah gave them the skills. Different services.
Yes, different skills.
Now we
thank you very much for sharing us a very valuable experience. Inshallah, next week, because this is I already explained that today is just an introduction, and inshallah we will give a chance to our stakeholders. They will share the whole session. Even we can arrange for them in which they can share their experience on specific topic. I would like to request FARZANA NAEEM that you should explain the categories, which is the basic theme, what we on which parameters we want to our participant to share their experiences.
Yes, inshallah, sir. I will do this. Inshallah, next program I will give the topic to the participants, and they will share their experience according to them. Now, sir, would you like, Sir Waseem, would you like to share some experience?
Yes, sir, Waseem, most welcome.
Sir Waseem, I think Sir Waseem, sir, maybe it is in mute mode.
No, he's okay with us, but Sir Waseem, are you with us? I think he is facing weak signal.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Okay. I was just having some other things to do. So thank you very much. It was a good experience.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
are you listening? Okay. So it was really a very good thing to join this meeting. there's a lot of things to learn, and every teacher was trying to put in as much experience and adding to the knowledge how to manage the classes. So it's really very helpful, and definitely it is going to help the teachers a lot in this sort of sessions.
Mohammad Waseem, we know you are in administrative position, but we want to know your personal experience
in the classroom.
In the classroom, because we don't know properly about you that
yes.
And the teacher also or not.
Sure. I would like. Yes. I would like to comment. Definitely. So there, some of the teachers was talking about peer working or peer help. So it's a really very good technique, but definitely we as college teachers definitely try to engage students in different activities, but definitely this is a different type of we have different type of activities at college level.
Yes.
The main thing, first of all, the teacher has to do in any new class is to win over the confidence of the students. So if you are able to succeed in that thing, the students start listening, and you have to keep them involved in learning. So when you keep them involved in learning, everything becomes so helpful. So even the slow learners can be learning very fast if they feel that they are involved and they are being helped, they are being taught properly, and they are being facilitated properly. Thank you. This was my comment.
Thank you very much, Mohammad Waseem. Inshallah, in next session, we will give you a chance to
share your experience
properly, because today just an introduction, and inshallah next time we will learn from you more. Please, Ma'am Farzana.
Hina is also here. Hina, would you like to share your experience in the classroom, which you are facing or which you are giving to your students? Unmute her.
Okay. I have been teaching to intermediate students, BS students, graduation, and even master's students.
Mashallah.
And the very first thing I think to bother about is to win over the confidence of the students that I am there to help them out. And when they feel that this teacher is really going to help the things out and making things easier for them, they start learning. They evolve their own interest. And gradually, when definitely we have to carry on with them and have to watch them busy in their tasks. If the students are not busy, it means they are getting bored. They want something else, or they are not able to understand you properly. So you have to look over the entire class and try to feel and guess what sort of mood is prevailing over there.
Yes.
So mood of the class is also very important. So this is my experience.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Waseem. Ma'am Farzana, you can proceed now.
Okay.
Yes. And first of all, thank you all the participants who shared their experience. And the main thing which we learned from this session, all the time we need to careful about our students. We should think about their psychology, their mood. And one thing which I think it is the most important, we should give the love and respect to our students. And we will give respect and love to the students, automatically they will motivate towards you, and they will listen what you are saying, and they will trying to follow you your instruction, and they will never create any problem in the class. And sometimes group work is good, sometimes individually they learn, and sometimes peer work is useful for us. Inshallah, in the next program, we will continue this topic, and we will share other stories of the classrooms, how we will successfully proceed all the things, and how we will get the result from our students. Thank you so much.
Any other participant who want to say or to share some thing in the session, they are welcome. Hina
Yes,
Azad,
Carmen.
Hina Azad, are you with us?
I think same problem is going on.
Okay.
Ma'am Carmen, would you like to say something about this session?
No, that's all. Next session, I will talk something different that I will remember to include as a technique to keep the students more interested in the class.
Inshallah, inshallah. Yes, why not? Sure. We will wait for your activity-based learning. I think we will get so many things from your experience and your activity-based learning, and we will try to implement in our class also. Thank you. ZEESHAN, would you like to say something?
Mashallah, very nice. Continue.
Okay. I think some participant has some problem of the sound system, therefore they are not with us. They are hearing us, but they can't participate with us. Inshallah, tomorrow, sir, I think tomorrow our session will be start from 8 to 9.
No, I think tomorrow, instead of tomorrow, I prefer for the next week. Okay, because
okay.
Yeah, because we will create one WhatsApp group of the same for these participants. Okay, and because they are the founder and they are the you can say at the start
main body of the program.
Inshallah. Because we will take their ideas and then we will give them some responsibilities and they will work as a stakeholder. Okay, and because the newcomers, okay, they will able to guide others colleagues and other so inshallah we will share. We will I think now you conclude the session, and that's all for today. Next session we will announce before. We will jointly select one topic and then we will move on.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will select one topic and then we will discuss on this topic, and we will share our experiences during our class, what we will get and what we will lose because of these things.
We are everybody student in the Opep.
Yes, yes. Yes, Ishan, what you are saying, please.
Okay, ma'am, you can conclude it now.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much to participate in our session. Inshallah, we will meet very soon again with a new topic. For that time, Allah Hafiz.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Okay, Allah
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.